Meanwhile, new information tonight about a disturbing drug trend in schools after authorities say that 3 teens overdosed on some marijuana-based products in Pine Bush last week. Officials are now saying that total is up to a dozen students countywide. News 12's Blaze Gomez has tonight's update.
They're on the ground and they're shaking or walking into walls.
Crawford Police Chief Dominic Belasco says 3 teenage students suffered seizure-like symptoms in front of their frightened classmates last week at Pine Bush High School after overdosing on drugs.
One was in the hallway, and one was in a classroom, and one was in a bathroom. So
Belasco says the students ingested a range of products before they got to school that are now widely available to adults, including marijuana, CBD, and synthetic marijuana. Authorities say what's happened in Pine Bush is now an alarming trend, with a dozen student overdoses at 6 Orange County schools in the last 2 weeks.
The warning here is very dramatic and very stern. You don't know what are in a lot of these substances, and be careful.
Orange County District Attorney Dave Hoovler says he's concerned students and adults are minimizing warnings since it involves marijuana or THC.
When a 13 or a 14-year-old's in an emergency room and they're nauseous, they have a headache, and their blood pressure is low, and that's an overdose.
Hoovler says in all of the cases, students required medical intervention, but are now okay. Authorities hope the incidents are taken seriously, especially ahead of prom and graduation season, when officials say there's normally a spike in teenage substance abuse even before the legalization of marijuana.
And as parents, as educators, as law enforcement, we have to try to convince them to minimize those bad decisions, and that's what our warning is all about.
In Goshen, Blaze Gomez, News 12.